let's get a good look.
Hold it. Run that back.
Wait a minute. All right. There, reset.
Good morning, everyone. Our group's topic is value-sensitive design. A lot of people might not know what value-sensitive design is.
Value is defined to me by something that has worth or great importance, something that is very precious, something that doesn't have a price.
Sensitive as in like sore, as in like potentially vulnerable, you know? So there's people who are like sensitive and emotionally like vulnerable, weak, or you have a sensitive part, which could be painful. I don't know.
Design means to create something in hopes of achieving a goal or a clear vision on creating something new.
On the official website of value-sensitive design, it is explained as the following. Value-sensitive design seeks to provide theory and method to account for human values in a principled and systematic manner throughout the design process. We broke down the three main aspects of value-sensitive design. A value is defined according to value-sensitive design as what a person or group of people consider important in life. Common human values that are emphasized by value-sensitive design are human welfare, privacy, trust, informed consent, identity, and calmness. Breaking down the other aspects of value-sensitive design. Sensitive is defined as taking human values into account. Design is defined as the creation of a plan that will give rise to an artifact. So how did value-sensitive design come around? Here's a little bit of history of value-sensitive design. The founder and probably most important person behind value-sensitive design is Batya Friedman. She was the pioneer of value-sensitive design in the late 1990s and early 2000s and works now at the University of Washington at the iSchool. She studied at UC Berkeley and received the ACM Sig-Chi Social Impact Prize in 2012. When you see a painting from far away, you view it as a whole. However, upon closer inspection, you can see that the scene is in fact comprised of layers upon layers upon layers of paint. Each dab of paint was applied in a unique way in response to what came before it. The process is iterated many times until finally a work of art comes into existence, one that could not have been created by a single technique alone. This process is analogous to the value-sensitive design methodology. Multiple iterations of conceptual, empirical, and technical investigations are performed, and from them emerges an artifact. We will now explore individually the three parts of the method. We will first take a look at conceptual investigations, which focus on the philosophical analysis of the issues at hand. One key part of conceptual investigations is identifying the stakeholders, those who are affected by the information artifact. There are two types, direct stakeholders and indirect stakeholders. Direct stakeholders are in contact with the technology. They are the people who use it directly. Indirect stakeholders may not be first-hand users of the technology. Their lives may still be affected in some way though. This piece of the tripartite method also addresses the question of how different types of values should be prioritized. For example, should greater weight be assigned to moral values, such as privacy, or to non-moral values, such as aesthetic preferences? Conceptual investigation serves as a rubric for analyzing questions such as this one. The next type of investigation in value-sensitive design's unique tripartite methodology focuses on observation. Empirical investigations involve collecting data on human interaction with the technical artifact. Many methods used in the social sciences can be applied here, both qualitative and quantitative. A few examples include written observations, interviews, and surveys. An observable and measurable human behavior can be analyzed with empirical investigations. Empirical investigations are what we use to analyze how successful a particular design is. The focus here is on the people who are affected in any way by the technology, whether it be a single person, a group, or a large social system. The third component of value-sensitive design's tripartite method is technical investigations. There are two parts to this. First of all, it entails examining currently existing technologies to see how they promote or hinder certain human values. The second aspect of technological investigation involves the design of new technologies that support the values of the stakeholders. Value-sensitive design takes on the mindset that a given technology is more suitable for certain activities and more readily supports certain values by rendering other activities and values more difficult to realize. Imagine you are about to take a new class at UW. The professor requires a specific textbook and you have found it for the cheapest on Amazon.com and you end up buying it. Even if you don't know it, Amazon is tracking much of the user information that you are entering and storing them in things known as cookies. Now, according to Amazon.com itself, it classifies cookies as unique identifiers that we transfer to your device to enable our systems to recognize your device and to provide features such as one-click purchasing, recommended for you, personalized advertisements, and other websites, and storage of items in your shopping cart between visits. Informing individuals about cookies is an example of informed consent. Thanks for watching and we hope you enjoyed our presentation. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Wir hoffen, dass euch unsere Präsentation gefallen hat.
And that's all, folks.